Hey guys, so we got a bit of a maintenance day going on today. I've got the Sparky turning up to install some cameras or get started on the security system going in. He's going to use the underground power that we put in. We've got a few conduits running off to select points for the remote access switches, as well as the 34 cameras that are going in around the property. I've also got Cobber's Earthworks here today behind me, just fueling up, getting a bit of lube in the machine. He's a local guy down the road here in the valley, and every year we do a bit of a clean-up of the bushland. So it's getting to that time again where we just need to redo the paths, clean up all the underscrub. Yep, we've got snake-proof fencing and all that, but we just want to make sure everything's clean and neat and tidy. We also have a lot of trees and branches and stuff like that falls on the paths, and they become hazards for the dogs running through. So as they're running through the path and the stick flicks up, or a dog steps on it, or I hit it with the quad and it flicks up, the dogs can get stick injuries where they stick into them, and they get little tears or little puncture wounds and that kind of thing. So for the dog safety, we want to make sure that we maintain the bushland. It's quite a fair bit of bushland there to maintain, but we usually do 2 or 3 days with a machine like this per month. And through the season we'll do sections and get it all done annually. So it's an annual thing that we do to make sure the bushland is safe and clean and neat, so the dogs don't have any issues running through there. So I'm about to go up there and show them where we're working today. I've been getting rid of most of the thorny bushes and thistles and weed plants that have been growing up over the winter. We've had a lot of rain, so there's been lots of things sprouting up, and then he's just going to get a lot of the cleanup done with the skid steer here. So let's go for a bit of a wander and show him what's going on. So we've got a number of trees that had fallen down over the winter in the wind and the rain. We get a lot of water, and then you get the wind, it softens up the soil. Once the wind hits, it pulls the roots up and the trees fall over. So there's a couple of trees to clear. There's lots of branches that have fallen off, and there's a lot of these new little shoots sprouting up that are causing some issues, and they got some spikes on them. So this machine will be able to clean a lot of that up for us. So this is just a bit of an indicator of why we get the machines in here to start doing this work. So as you can see here, a tree's fallen over, and then we've just chopped it up on the ground so it's easier to move. But there's trees on the ground, there are all these spiky plants that keep popping up, and now this is what we're getting rid of, and this is why the machines are here to start getting rid of. So there's this plant here. It's quite a spiky, sharp bristle plant that is very annoying, and then the worst one is this one. So they got these really sharp spines on there, and the dogs don't really notice them or avoid them. They just run straight through them, and I know that even while I'm walking through, they're quite annoying. You get a bit of a stab and scratch in the skin. And if the dog's running full speed, chasing me through or chasing each other, it can be a little irritating for them on their underside, on their belly. And so that's what we're getting. That's the main cleanup that we're doing, is the logs on the ground, cleaning up the sticks. As you can see, we've just done a stick cleanup in the corner here, and that's the kind of pile of sticks we're getting just in this area. There was a tree that fell down there that we just tried to burn the stump out, but you can see it's still half standing. Big split in the tree, and with the winds that came through, it just knocks them down. But then we did a bit of a clean up in the area, and have a look at how many sticks we got. And this is just this one little area. So that's just the maintenance of the bushland that we want to keep. It is just to make sure that when the dogs run through, it's nice and clean and neat, and there's no hazards. But as you can see, these plants here, they pop up everywhere, and they are really spiky, They got these little thorns on the end of them, see those? They hurt. I don't like them at all. The dogs don't like them, but they don't notice them, so they don't avoid them. But as we're cruising through the bush, there's also this one over here. This is another plant that is very annoying. Is this one. Not as bad, but... Oh, sorry, not that one. This one. This one here. So it's not that one. It's this one. They're all just constant spikes. So we haven't done this area for a while, and as you can see, all the new sprout trees start popping up. But you know, with the excavator, I come in and try and move most of the bulky logs, or I pick them up and stack them somewhere, or you know, do what we can. But it's just time that's taken away from these guys. So that's why I've got the machines in. They can come in and get on with the job while I get to work these guys and hang out with them and give my time to the dogs. So like I said, it's an annual thing. It's just a maintenance thing that we do here. Otherwise it just gets overgrown and unusable, or the dogs start getting injured or irritated. And like you can see through here just how thick it's gotten already. And this is a section that we did last year. All these spiky shrubs just start popping up. You can see as they're walking through there, it's just all starting to get overgrown with the undergrowth, and it becomes a little bit hazardous. So that's what we need to keep clearing out and getting rid of. All these plants along here, these are all those spiky plants picking up. These things, they're everywhere, and that has all just been, this whole section here is all those green spiky plants. And this has all just been from one season. So this section here was done just before last summer, so about 10 months ago. And then all the rain and water we've had, it all just shoots up again. So it's an ongoing thing, and that's why the machines are here today. And so I'm up here guiding them where I want them to work, and we just do sections at a time. And then we start running the dogs in those sections while we clean up the other sections and just maintain the bushland. What are you guys doing over there? Having a bit of a sniff around. Come on, let's go this way. Fancy boy. Good girl. Good girl, darling. Let's get out of this thick stuff. So we're doing the section over the back first, then we'll move up over the hill. We'll do this section next. So this is probably, we'll get done again just before summer. So maybe in about a month's time, we'll be able to get to that section. Come on, Chancy boy. So I'm just going to drive down this little gully here and give you hopefully a visual on what I'm talking about when sticks are laying on the path, and when you hit it, what it does to the end of the stick. Hopefully it does exactly what it just did then, so I can show you what I'm talking about, which is why it's hazardous for the dogs to leave all these fallen branches around the place. Let's have a look. So you just got this stick on the ground here, and as I drive over it, see how that just pops up like that? So as I'm crossing the gully there, and if all the dogs are running next to me or even just walking next to me, either they step on a stick or I roll over a stick, or the dog that's out next to it, all of a sudden this stick pops up into the air, and that's why it's hazardous. Because if they're running at a bit of pace or the stick's pointing towards them, that's where you can get some injuries. They get little small tear injuries or puncture wounds or scratches, and so that's why we do this for their safety. So just to give a bit of a visual representation of the hazard of running through the bushland. And as you can see behind me, it gets pretty thick. And this section here was done a little while ago. This section here was probably done about 18 months ago. And we try to keep the dogs just to stick to the tracks and go, righto, we'll just use it as a transit area to get from A to B. But they're dogs. You know, they go wandering, they go sniffing. You can't say, righto, everybody, walk in a perfectly straight line, everyone hold hands, we're going to go. You know, you just got to make it safe for them. So that's why this is part of our annual program. And, you know, when I say annual, we try to do the whole bushland in a 12-month period. But as you can see, this section didn't get done due to all the rain. We weren't able to get machines in here with all the rain. But it's a constant thing. So 2-3 times a month, we'll get a machine in here for a full day, get as much as they can done, and then 2 weeks later or a week and a half later, they'll come back and go again, and they'll come back and go again, and they just keep coming all year. My usual guy that's on the Bobcat, I can't get him out here. He's too busy. He's very good. He's been doing all the work here, but with all the rain, everyone who uses him has all been trying to book him in, so I just can't get him out here. So I've tried the new guy up the road in the valley. This is his first day on site, and so we'll see how he goes, but it'll most likely be probably both of them, both my old Bobcat guy and the new guy here from Cobbers Earthworks, to just give me whatever they can to try and catch up from all the overgrown bushland from not being able to get it done during the wet season. So hopefully it'll all be nice and clean and neat for summer. You're very fast, darling. You are very fast. Yeah. Good girl. Okay. Never have dogs catch me. I'm always able to catch the dogs. I need to get her on the speed gun because I think she's very impressive. Hey, you're very impressive, aren't you? Good stuff, Nevaeh. Chancy boy on the other hand. Bringing up the rear, Chance. Come on, mate. Come on, Chance. Might be feeding him a bit too much. Might have to lay it off a little bit. Getting very, very muscular. Good boy, Fredo. In the background. Nice and fresh in the morning. Good boy, mate. You ready? You ready? Just Red. Hello. Oof. Hello. Oh yeah, hi. So we've got an update for you about Luna. It's been about a week now since Luna has been, it's exactly a week actually today, that since Luna has been adopted, and we've been in contact with Luna's new mum, and Luna's doing very well. She's already socialising with a few local dogs at the beach. She said she's eating really well. She loves her toys. She just also sent us a few photos of Luna relaxing on the chair and in a new home. So it's really positive. I'm so happy to hear that she's doing great with her new mum, and everything's looking really positive. So fantastic. We'll obviously stay in touch and keep you updated, but couldn't get a better 1 week report. Everything is going smooth as, so excellent stuff for Luna. So I'm just going to keep the dogs over this way because we just found a little nest here. Come on, Shadow. Let's go.
So
I only saw that because Miss Red, come on, darling, good girl.
Good girl.
I only saw that because Miss Violet was sitting there licking the eggs. I was like, oh, there's a nest there. But that's those plovers that Shadow's been chasing.
Good girl. Good
So that's every year we get plovers. It looks like there's 2 nesting families in here. It's a bit of a shame. Usually there's one in the big paddock and one over here. But what that means is once they hatch,
Miss Red. Good girl.
we're going to have to...
Miss Red. Good girl. You see that recall?
Yeah, it was a good recall, Mum.
Well done. Yes. What a good girl.
So once they hatch those chicks, we'll have to catch them and
Well done.
put them out on the other side.
Well done. Even though you want to eat the eggs.
Yeah. What you got for me, darling? What you got for me? You got something? Hey. Oh, yeah, she might be trying to kill it. Come here, darling.
Oh.
Good girl. Ah, she was just carrying it.
Aww. Is it?
Nah, it's still fully intact.
Oh, Miss Violet. That is how gentle she is.
We're just cutting our own bush tracks here. We're off the beaten track, running our own path. I find it interesting watching which way the dogs go. They don't really have any idea of the direction we're headed, so they're kind of crossing paths all over the place. Keeps them all guessing. Also keeps them watching me so they're not running out in the wrong direction. The dogs are always trying to get the jump on each other and get a head start into wherever we're going. And so keeping them guessing, keep changing direction, heading off the track so they don't keep running ahead of the track, keeps them near me, keeps them turning around looking for me. I think we've even lost a couple there. They've taken off to where they thought we were going and they're waiting by themselves. So similar to what I did with Luna, where I just kept changing direction to keep her, to start teaching her to look back at me. But then you've got dogs like Joey, who she gets an idea of, oh, this is where we're going. I know the shortest possible route, and she'll cut through and just go direct as the crow flies to where the destination is, or to the gate to access that area. And then the shepherds will start to follow. Bean Joe, he's like little Joey's shadow. He idolises her, and it's because she's one of the fastest. I think he likes that stature, and so therefore he just follows her wherever she goes. He follows, but then she often leads them astray a little bit if I turn around and they start. She's a lot better. Joey's a lot better at changing direction, getting into a full sprint, covering a lot of ground at short periods of time. Whereas the shepherds are really fast over a nice open straight, but she starts to outrun him. Joey starts to outrun him when there's a lot of changing direction and corners and turning. But he does his best to keep up, don't you, mate? You do your best to keep up, buddy, don't you? Hey, you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job, mate. Luna again, out in front, wants to anticipate where we're going, and she will pick the shortest possible route. And then the Staffy sisters, just along for the ride. I love them. Maggie and Lily, they're just eyes on me. No one can lead them astray. They are eyes on the bike, and they're always just behind. Same with Cutie Pie. Cutie Pie is always right next to me. Going through those bush paths though, it's a little bit dicey for Cutie Pie. She likes to stick right by my side. So going in a straight line across the open paddock, it's nice and safe. But on those bush paths, skipping over rocks, the wheels bouncing every now and again, she was getting a bit too close for my liking. So I was trying to shoo her away and get her a bit more distance. But she's tough as nails, that pug. She's a little cattle dog. Hey, Cutie Pie. You're a little cattle dog, darling. You're a little cattle dog. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, good job. Tighter group, they're a bit more observant of where I'm going, what I'm doing, where I'm turning, and they're sticking a lot closer, which is good. So in a pack environment like that, where you've got dogs sprinting off over the hill with... Oh. Hi Freddie, what are you doing there, mate? What's going on, Freddie? Oh, your mum's going to be so happy with you. Oh, another puddle. Yeah, didn't absorb enough clay in that one. Let's go to the next one, he says. Look at you, buddy. All right. Rightio, so in a pack environment where you've got dogs drifting off, the easiest thing to do is figure out who they're chasing and teach that dog to stick with you. So Joey's the one that I had my eyes on there, getting her to keep looking back at me, and she's the one that kept drawing him in. So you don't have to focus on the whole pack, you just need to focus on a couple of the ones that are the leaders within their groups, I suppose. And then you'll get a nice tight group with you. Good job, guys. Yeah. Good job, Molly. Your mate Roscoe. Yeah? Your mate Roscoe. Well done. Well done, darling. Good girl. Good girl, darling. Good girl, darling. Yeah, good girl. Good job. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl, yeah. Yeah, you're doing good. You're doing good. Come on. Come on. Good job, darling. Good job. Good girl. Well done. Good girl. If one dog does something good, they all get a treat. Miss Red did very well, so everybody gets a treat. You want to play that game too? You want to play that game too, Mr. Roscoe, huh? Oh, Fredo plays that game good too. Fredo, be friends.
Oh, it's too much. It's too much for Fredo. That was full on. You okay, buddy?
Finally get to play without a phone.
Aww.
You bring out the best in me. By your side, I'll forever be. With a great big smile as big as the big blue ocean tide. La 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 la. If you call, I'll be right up. If you fall, I'll pick you up. I'll be your best friend.
Yeah, definitely.
Ever since I met you, I've been floating like a bird across the sky. Let the wind be our guide to all these dreams we can't deny. La 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 la.
I told you got up in the extra.
What are you doing, buddy?
Good girl, Tilly! Good girl, Tilly! Oh, Lily girl. Oh, Lily. Oh, Lily. Oh, Lily. Oh, yeah. The winner. Now it's my turn, Lily. Did it dance around in front of you? Oh, you want it? Oh, you want it? Oh, you want it? Oh, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Oh. Good job. I knew you'd be mates. Good job. Okay, out this way, guys.
Go you. Come on, darling. Come on. Come on.
Go, buddy, go! Good girl, Miss Red.
Ready? Right. Don't you? Oh, good girl. Lena, what you barking at? It's a lily stick. Oh, good girl. Lily! Lily! Whoa, she dropped it. Oh, Maggie, get her. Gotcha. Got you again. Oh, Rita. Oh, Rita. Like good old times. Like a little bubby. Oh, it's tiring, isn't it? Gotcha. Oh, I got you. Oh, I got you. Huh? Good boy. Good boy. Ready to go for a run, guys? Woo! Yeah! Nope. Through, good dogs, good dogs. Hello, hello. So I'm just out on a little bit of a bush adventure with Chance and Nevaeh. and just wanted to here he comes. Just wanted to have a little bit of a snuggle time with him. I've been getting a lot of exercise lately, and they've been doing really well on their training. And Chance has been showing. Yeah, boy. Hey, mate, when you come up this way? Yeah, I know you'll be able to get up this way. Come on, up this way. Yeah, good boy. Good boy, mate. Yeah. Good boy, mate. Hey, good boy. Chance has been showing a lot of signs of just wanting affection, and you know, he has always been a very affectionate dog, but he's getting to that point in the training where all he wants to do is impress me. All he wants to do, his whole thing, everything he does, he wants my approval, which means he's very high performing. Hello, yeah. And she's just a social butterfly. But very, very good for a dog like Chance and his behaviour to have that trait. Hey mate, hey big boy, look at you. Oh, hi guys. And he's a little bit jealous. Hey, wants all the love and affection to herself. But you got to share. Oh yeah, you got to share. You got to share, darling. Good girl. But yeah, it's really good to see. I'm loving the fact that these guys are all towards the end of their rehabilitation process now. It's very rewarding to see them at this end of the journey. Still a little ways to go for these two in particular, but when I say a little ways, they're 95% there, you know. The plan will just be that we use the opportunity to focus on these guys a little bit more one-on-one. That is a very silent bark. There you go, got my neighbour over here. I'll go say g'day. That was a silent bark. There's almost no noise coming out there. Maggie's waiting at the gate for me. I'm just taking Chance and Nevaeh for a run. It's some cuddle time. And look at Maggie waiting for me at the gate. Hello, Fredo. Okay. Okay. Oh, Miss Reddy, Red. Oh, Miss Red.